This KHQA News 7 Days of Halloween segment is brought to you by the Hannibal JCs. It was a busy evening in America's hometown as trick-or-treaters filled the downtown district.
That's right. Many different costumes, some traditional and some unique, can be seen for miles.
We love them all. KHQA's Lindsay Whitaker joins us live in the studio to wrap up our 7 days of Halloween. Lindsay.
And as you're speaking of wrapping up Halloween, I may or may not still have my costume on, but most of tonight's trick-or-treaters are tucked away in bed for school tomorrow after a long night of trick-or-treating. Not me quite yet, but the Quincy Fire Department hosted a drive-through trick-or-treat Halloween night. Halloweeners were able to drive through in their car and through the fire station. How cool is that? To trick-or-treat and leave all while they're just in their cars. While the fire department was a safe spot for trick-or-treating, you may need to check your candy if you took your child door to door. Here's why.
It's best not to consume any of the treats before you get home. Let the parents, the guardians, examine the candy. Probably best not to eat any fresh stuff or homemade stuff unless you absolutely know the people that you're getting it from.
Now, David mentioned miles. Take a look at your screen here where kids in Hannibal filled the downtown district gathering for as much candy before their bags could burst. Many firefighters as well as action heroes and princesses were among some of this year's favorites.
They got a dance show that way and a camera booth. They got all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people are just here trick or treat. Happy Halloween!
According to CBS, thousands of people are petitioning to have Halloween moved to the last Saturday of the month rather than October 31st. What do you think about that? Well, the countdown now is on to Thanksgiving, 21 days until you'll have your bellies full with stuffing, turkey, and potatoes. But we can't forget Santa. Christmas is just 54 days away, so it's time to start filling out those lists. Live in studio, Lindsay Whitaker, KHQA News.
Really rushing the year away here.
Right. Well, one local family is taking Halloween to a whole new level tonight with the Carnival of Terror.
That's right. Carnival is what it's called. It's been a staple on this family's yard on South 16th Street for the past few years. This includes the Carnival of Terror trail, games, and concessions.
So we really like to celebrate Halloween because we just think it's really fun, and we just kind of started one year. It was kind of small, started in our yard, and then now we've progressed and got the neighbors' yards, and it's just it's a fun thing we like to do. It's kind of a family thing we do every year.
Carnival takes donations each year for a charity. This year, all of the proceeds will be going to Camp Callahan. The Carnival of Terror closed at about 10 o'clock, just 14 minutes ago, but it looks like a lot of folks out there had fun.
The Quincy Early Childhood and Family Center hosted its annual Pumpkin March today. Every classroom decorated a pumpkin, and then students, teachers, and parents walked around the school to view them.
Aaron, it's really fun to see it from that perspective too, to watch my little girl experience it, and it's just a fun way to get to be with our kiddos and experience what they're learning here at school.
Parents say decorating the pumpkins reinforces what the little ones are learning in the classroom.
The students at Denman Elementary School in Quincy dressed up for Halloween today, but it's not how you might think. The students participated in a vocabulary parade, each dressed up as a different word.
The goal was for them to dress up as that word so we can teach people about the word and the definition, and then we also try to have them use the word in a sentence.
How fun. Denman students paraded their costumes for parents and faculty in the gym today. And speaking of costumes, check out this year's wheelchair costumes out of Keokuk. These photos courtesy of Sarah Hall Willing. Bentley here has CP, so every year Bentley, his family, and friends get pretty creative with their cruisable costumes.
That's right, and here is a snap of one of our youngest viewers celebrating their first holiday in costume. Thanks to Charlie Rice for sending up this precious pumpkin pic.
And KHQA, of course, wants to wish everyone in the Tri-States a very happy and safe Halloween.
And tonight concludes KHQA's 7 Days of Halloween series that's sponsored by the Hannibal JCs.
That's right, and I'm putting on my costume. Which way does it go out?
I think that the nose goes down.
That
was
good. Well, the teams had a lot of fun with the Warehouse of Nightmares Haunted House. The morning show made Halloween candy, and some of us dressed up today. What?
There's a dinosaur.
Who is this?
Well, you might not believe it, but on his off day, Jet Beecham decided he would dress up as a dinosaur and parade around the studio. And now he's making sound effects And it's a pretty interesting costume because it actually has a fan built into it.
I love that costume. He let me wear it. So thank you so much for that. And you know what? Now to Rich's favorite, maybe second favorite.
Oh, no, that's Jurassic Jet. Like I said. This is a Doppler radar and a thunderstorm passing in front of the Doppler radar. This is from Matt Robinson of Raleigh, North Carolina, who allowed me to grab that off social media. I think this is a great costume idea.
I love that.
It's cute.
Complete with sound effects.
Not as good as Jet's.
Yeah,
right?
Jet's got it. He's got the big bite.
I want to call him as adorable as this kid, though.
Those are Matt's boys, by the way. That's a great job there.